They were camping in Utah in what was supposed to be a secluded area when they started hearing noises all around them.
What the hell was that?
That was big.
That was definitely not a coyote.
No.
But the worst was yet to come. They kept investigating this place known as Skinwalker Forest and felt like someone was watching them. But every time they turned around, there seemed to be nothing there. Until they noticed this metal staircase and heard loud footsteps and decided to follow whatever that was.
What is that? Somebody down there?
Does this feel like a trap?
I know, right?
Okay, so this is the end of the...
Clearly there's no one here.
Then they went deeper into the forest and realized their best chance of surviving was to pretend they didn't hear anything instead of giving it attention. And they did the only logical thing, which was contacting the forest spirits using an envoy when they heard something terrifying.
I died right here.
Oh, come on.
I guess maybe we'll continue? That is really creepy that it said that, though. I died right here. Okay, well...
Chris was exploring an abandoned factory in Ohio when he saw a man crouching with his back turned. And even after asking if he needed help, the man didn't respond. So he left for a moment, but then decided he had to come back and help. So he prepared some cash and headed back to where he found him. But when he entered the corridor again, the man was already gone. So he thought he must have gone through the only door in that space, and he decided to confront him by entering the room, but it was completely empty. And while leaving the factory, he spotted other people walking around. But strangely, none of them responded when he shouted, almost like they were soulless. So he left the place and didn't return until 2 years later, when he decided to come back to the same building. But that night, he experienced something even more terrifying. Immediately after entering the building, he noticed signs guiding the way somewhere, but none of them were there when he explored it 2 years before. So he decided to follow the path. And while walking, he heard objects falling in the distance. But what seriously concerned him was a loud knocking sound, followed by whispering. And just as he was about to leave, he recorded something he didn't notice until he rewatched the footage later.
There's gotta be somebody in here.
He pulled up. Look where I'm at. He pulled up. Man, you know that pulled up.
This video was taken just moments before a man was gunned down on Facebook Live. On June 28th, 2022, 46-year-old Terrell Smith, a local internet personality from Ypsilanti, Michigan, hopped onto Facebook Live to talk to his fans. Terrell was famous for his loud mouth, cocky attitude, and viral rants, building up thousands of loyal followers who loved the drama. But that drama turned deadly. As Terrell streamed from his front yard, someone in the comments started threatening him, claiming they were about to pull up.
You on this Facebook talking about come outside. You outside. You on Nash. I'm outside. I'm right here. I've been waiting in every damn thing. He pull up. Look where I'm at. He pulled up. Man, you know that pulled up. What the pull up to? Come on, y'all know that little nigga pulling up nowhere, man. He got knocked the out, man. That nigga go pull up on him, knocked him the fuck out. Like at the end of the day.
Minutes later, a car pulled up outside his home. Out stepped 19-year-old Corian Brown, a man Terrell actually knew personally. They had a long-running beef both online and in real life. Still live streaming, Terrell walked straight toward him. That's when Brown pulled out a 9mm pistol and opened fire, unloading over 30 rounds. Terrell was hit multiple times across his chest and torso and collapsed immediately as his phone kept recording, capturing the chaos. Paramedics rushed to the scene, but it was too late. Terrell died in his front yard with thousands of viewers having just witnessed his final moments. At first, Corian Brown disappeared, but after months on the run, on November 7, 2022, U.S. Marshals tracked him down and arrested him.
Morgan lives in the Appalachian Mountains, and her trail camera captured a video that began her terrifying encounters. And even though many viewers doubted authenticity of her videos, she kept posting more updates for over 3 years, and things escalated in ways no one expected, going completely viral and making viewers rethink their opinion about Morgan. 1.5 years after the first video went viral, she posted an update where a mimic tried to lure her out of her room using her own voice. But she was aware of Appalachian mountain tricks and didn't fall for it, and then everything seemed to calm down. She kept posting clips of random whistles or screams and started reading scary stories found on the internet or sent by her viewers. But things started to seriously escalate in April 2024 when her husband recorded her sitting on a chair, even though she allegedly wasn't on the same floor. And 7 months later, another video went viral in which she heard her husband talking from upstairs while he was right next to her, and then a piece of furniture tipped over by itself.
Oh my God.
Ever since this started, she's been posting scary videos nonstop, often more than once a day, still talking about the clip that started it all while trying to find answers. I tagged her below.
Come on, get me. Right here.
Get him! Get the keys! Get the keys! Get the keys! Get the keys! Put him in the corner! Put him in the corner! Let's go! Go, get him! Go! Jesse, come on! You got the keys! You got the keys! Hurry, close it! Close it! I dropped the flashlight. It's okay. Let's go. Whoa!
Got the keys? You got the keys?
Jeez.
Okay. Way to go right
Yeah,
now.
let's go.
Let's get him out. Down here, stairs. Hey, man. We're coming.
Hey. We got the keys.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Come on. Get it open.
It'll work?
Yes, it's open. Okay, Jude, we gotta get out of here fast.
You guys don't know how to get out, right?
Oh, yeah.
To the top, right? Upstairs?
Upstairs.
He's trapped in the cage.
Shh.
What is that?
What was that?
No. Guys, I just saw a skinwalker walking in the house. Shit. Shire's in there. Oh, God. No. She's all the way upstairs. Okay. I gotta do this sneakily. We're inside. I don't know where this skinwalker is. And Shire's not screaming, so. Alright. Time to go upstairs.
Someone has walked inside her apartment while she was dancing in her living room, and he stared at her without saying a word until she noticed him and ran for her life.
Can I help him? No, I don't. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
Her viewers pointed out that something seemed to open the door for her just in time, and that night she managed to run away. But a few nights later, while she was unpacking the rest of her things since she just moved in, she suddenly heard a loud scream. And this time, it sounded like a woman's voice. And same day, she heard noises coming from her closet. So she ran around the apartment while recording everything. And prints suddenly appeared on her bed, like someone was walking through there. And soon after, she realized her iPad and 2 laptops had been taken, and posted an update explaining how the door opened by itself.
You can see there's like some tape on here. The landlord just kind of like lazily kept it on there for, I don't know, like a paint job. But I didn't take it off just so I could show you this. This door is not the easiest to open, and this is why I think it's like a divine thing or like a ghost. Yeah, it's not easy. The best I could explain it is like divine intervention.
This is terrifying. This is one of the most terrifying horror movies I have watched in the last 10 years, and it is horribly underrated.
Someone come back for you and all you love. Mark my words.
Welcome to the Darker Depths. My name is Chase, and this is Last Shift.
In the arms of my master, my king.
Follows a rookie cop who's starting her first day at a police station that is about to close down. Now, they tell her that the reason the police station is closing down is because it's an old building and they've got a new one. But that's not why the station is closing down. And she finds that out real fast.
I thought the new station was up and running already.
Oh, yes, it is. And she's a fucking beauty. St. Michael himself would be impressed. And tomorrow, when you see it, you will fall down upon his steps and weep.
Now, this movie isn't scary because it throws a bunch of jump scares in your face. No, it's more scary because of the way it builds tension and anxiety through its narrow shots and kind of claustrophobic atmosphere throughout the film. And the tension amps up throughout the pace of the movie, and it's done magnificently, in my opinion. And it comes with a pretty good plot twist that you really don't see coming right off the bat. And that is always a good thing in horror movies. And the directors could have made a prequel or a sequel to this because the story was built up enough to where you could do that. Either way, though, I highly recommend this movie if you're looking for something to watch, so if you would like to watch it for yourself, you can find it over on Tubi for free.
You mean the movie that traumatized an entire generation of us as children? Hell yeah, let's do it. It opens up in 1960 in Derry, Maine, and we meet Bill and his little brother Georgie, and he's making a sailboat for Georgie to go out and play with on this rainy day. As he's playing, his boat goes down a sewer drain, and he looks into it and sees this fucking thing, who introduces himself as Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Pennywise convinces Georgie to stick his arm in and grab the boat, at which point he attacks him and eats him. Some months go by and Bill is still grieving the loss of his brother, and we see him with his friend Eddie, and the two of them befriend this new boy Ben. They'll get bullied by Henry Bowers and his gang, so they kind of bond over that. Eventually they also meet Beverly Marsh, who has this weird, disgusting, gross, abusive father, and she joins the friend group too. Part of this group is also Richie and Stan. Ben immediately develops a crush on Beverly and writes her this little poem, but she has a crush on Bill. And all throughout the summer, we see each member of the group have encounters with this creepy ass fucking clown. So Ben sees it as an apparition of his dead father, who then turns into Pennywise. Beverly hears voices coming from her sink and then blood spurts out of it. Richie sees it as a werewolf. Eddie sees it in the drain in the showers at school. Bill sees it as a picture of his dead brother Georgie coming to life. One day in the summer, the group finds this new boy named Mike Hanlon being bullied relentlessly by Bowers and crew. And a rock war ensues between all of them, which the Losers Club wins. After that, Mike decides to show them all this project that he's been working on, which is this scrapbook about the history of Derry. And they discover that there is some horrific event that has happened in the town every 30 years, and this clown just always seems to come back. At which point, one of the photos in the scrapbook comes to life, and it's Pennywise threatening them. Bill at this point understands that Pennywise is what killed his brother Georgie, and he convinces the rest of the group to go find the creature and kill it. They go into the sewers, and they don't realize that they're being followed by Henry and crew. And as they're walking through the sewers, Henry and his guys pull Stan away from the rest of the group, so he gets separated. But Pennywise proceeds to kill 2 of Henry's friends, which leaves him completely stunned and white-haired from fear. Stan makes it back to the group, and the 7 of them join hands in the middle of the sewer. The circle is broken when Pennywise shows up and grabs Stan and goes to eat him. Eddie approaches it with his inhaler and sprays it in his face, which causes Pennywise's face to start melting off. And then Beverly hits him in the head with a silver earring, which is supposed to be like a silver bullet. And his head bursts open with this ray of light, and he's injured, so now he jumps down the drain and disappears. They think they've succeeded, and the 7 of them leave the sewer and make a pact that if it ever comes back, they'll come back too. It turns out that Henry Bowers is captured and confesses to all the killings of all the children that summer, and he's institutionalized. So we then cut to 1990, 30 years later, and we see this little girl on her bike when she hears this voice. And when she looks, she sees the sheets move and reveal this fucking thing. So Pennywise is back, baby. So he attacks her, beginning another cycle. So it turns out that Mike is the only one that stayed in Derry, and he goes to the crime scene and he knows exactly what the fuck is going on. So he calls all of them, and we get a glimpse into their lives as adults, and we see that they're all very successful. Beverly runs a very successful fashion company, but she married an abusive man. Bill is a successful author, married to his wife Audra, who's an actress. Ben is an architect, Richie's a comedian, Eddie is like in insurance or some shit. I don't know, he does well. All of them agree to go back and help fight it when they get the call from Mike, with the exception of Stan, who proceeds to commit suicide rather than go back and face this again. So the rest of them get back into town, and it was clear that they didn't remember a whole lot, but their memories start coming back to them, and Pennywise starts taunting them once again. Meanwhile, we see Bowers, who is still in an institution, be visited by a vision of Pennywise, who proceeds to help him escape. Meanwhile, we see that Ben's wife Audra is worried about him, and she decides to come to town, and she is very promptly kidnapped by Pennywise, like immediately upon crossing town lines. So Bowers finds them and proceeds to stab Mike, but then falls on his own knife and dies. Bill goes to visit Mike in the hospital, and Mike gives Bill the 2 silver earrings that they used years ago to defeat Pennywise. He said at one point he was really hopeless in his life and wandered into the sewer in hopes that that thing would take him, but instead he found the earrings. The remaining 5 of them know that they have to go into the sewer and finish this, and as they're going down there, Bill sees Audra's purse, so he knows that Pennywise has her. So as they get to the center of the sewer, they find Audra wrapped up in these spider webs, and they see Pennywise in his true form, which is this giant spider. Now, Audra is catatonic because she looked into Pennywise's deadlights, which is underneath the spider's stomach, and the spider is able to momentarily hypnotize Bill, Ben, and Richie with them as well. Beverly has the silver earrings and slingshots them at the creature, and she hits him with one but then overshoots the second. And as she's looking for it, Eddie tries to go up and hit it with his inhaler again, but it just hits the shit out of him. The deadlights disappear, so the other 3 come out of their trance and they go up to Eddie, who dies in their arms. They proceed to follow the injured creature, and the 4 of them just go up to it and rip its heart out and crush it. And they defeat it. That's it. Bill goes to get Audra, who's still alive, but again catatonic, takes her out of the sewer. And then they go to tell Mike what happened at the hospital, and they all go their separate ways. They leave Derry again. So Mike explains how after they went their separate ways, all their memories started to fade again. Beverly and Ben got married, they ended up together, and Bill is the only one that has stayed in Derry because he's been taking care of his wife. But as they're going to leave, Bill has an idea. He had found his old bike Silver a little while ago, and he takes a catatonic Audra and puts her on the bike and starts riding through the town. And eventually she comes out of her catatonia, and they kiss, and the movie ends.
guys. Oh, you fucking silly bitch. Don't get off, man.
This terrifying video comes from TikTok user Gina, and she posts day in your lifestyle videos to share with her followers. But one night, while alone filming a hair tutorial, she caught something on camera that she couldn't explain. Now many commenters were quick to speculate that this could be a squatter, but I'll let this clip play and do more analysis at the end. Take a look. You can see what looks to be a humanoid figure lurking in the background. However, it should be noted that Gina did not notice this figure until she went to edit it. And she herself has tried to debunk this many times to try to give her peace of mind. But what's even more terrifying is that it looks like it doesn't have eyes.
I'll meet you at the graveyard. Where you lay down, where you stay now. Face the cold, I'm no longer by my side now. Wish we were together now, no, no.
Please don't end this.
And though the town was cold and wet, there only bed a wooden bed. With him awake.
Your brain begins to erase every memory that ever brought you joy. And eventually, all you can think about is how life has always been this way. And will only continue